Hi to my live viewers, and welcome to anyone who is watching this recording. So, one thing that's on my mind and heart today is our inner divinity. Bruno spoke about it, as did many, many teachers across tradition. Hey, Mariana, you're welcome. And so, Bruno, I don't have his exact words handy, but in essence, he instructed people to look for the divinity in other people, look for it more and more. And in essence, he said, when you do that, and I'm paraphrasing here, but when you do that, then you can worship all throughout the day. And I'm totally paraphrasing. I don't like to do that with Bruno, but just doing the best I can. So, for example, when Mariana just posted that, because I had that intention, Mariana posted a thank you and a namaste. I was just like, oh, she has divinity within her. And as when we think of people, much less when we interact with them, let's remind ourselves, or we can, it feels really good. Try it out. To just think of their inner divinity. Now, this is not, I've overdone this and then ignored sort of what's on the outside. Bruno doesn't advise people to ignore when people are behaving badly or even behaving very badly, and to cut off connections with people who are really on an evil path. Bruno adamantly urged people to do that. But we can do that with love, and we can still recognize that no matter how bad someone's behaving, they're still good, they're still pure. And how wonderful is it to look for someone's divinity? It feels so good. So let's just do it now. Just think of some people that you interacted with yesterday, you're going to interact with today. Just remind yourself. Look for their goodness. Look for their divinity. And Bruno also said God is everywhere. God is in everything. Now, it's a very common modern, I would argue modern declaration to say everything is one, everything is God. And if you believe that, that's okay. And what Bruno said is that God is in everything. And so it's a little bit of a significant difference for me to say, oh, this is God, as opposed to saying God is inside of this. Or for me to be like, I am God, as opposed to saying God lives within me. It's a subtle difference. And in my experience, it's a... well, let's just say the way Bruno teaches it really works for me. And the other way just creates all sorts of imbalance and dysfunction in me. And that's my experience. And I've seen it in other spiritual circles too. And part of the problem with is that then we lack humility if we walk around going, I am God. And it can be hard to learn how to navigate life by thinking everything is God. So there was a saint in India, and she was in such a state of union with God that she lived in that. She really felt and saw and experienced everything as God. And the thing is, though, that she would do whatever people, if someone told her to do something, she would do it because that person is God. That was her view and her experience. And so her students had to kind of protect her because someone would be like, "Oh, come with me," and she would just go with them, or "Oh, give me all your money," and she would do it. Not that she had a lot of money, but so you can see that that way of thinking has profound repercussions. And it's not my job to tell anyone not to think that way or even to say that's not true. But I do see it as my job to present what Bruno taught and to share that it works for me. And going the other route, which I tried for years, which is often called non-duality in modern, it really didn't work. It didn't help me to navigate life. Whereas to say that God is in everything, and then to look for it and feel it, really works for me. So a few thoughts, and hope they were helpful. And I wish everyone a beautiful, beautiful day. Let's look for the divinity in everything and in each other and in ourselves. And it's so joyful. I've just a couple times my cat has walked past and been like, "Oh, God lives within her," and it's well, just find out for yourself. But it makes me so joyful to look for that and think that way. Thank you for joining in. Take care. Much love.